what did you set out to do in this book? What was the initial idea here?
Matt,
Initial,
go for it.
the impetus. Well, it's kind of an extension of this portal you were just talking about, the Science of Psychotherapy, the platform, which was the neuropsychotherapist until a few years ago.
Yeah.
And exactly as you described, we were creating a platform that was introducing people to a whole array of ideas, disciplines, different aspects of psychotherapy and mental health in general, and actually what we're now calling the science of us. It's very broad, and I guess.
So you don't mean the science of you and Richard? You mean something better than that?
We extended beyond that. Yeah.
Okay.
We're pretty good models of that, but yes, the science of everybody. and so we were approached by Norton to write a book, which I guess is a good reference.
Oh
point.
yeah, here. They are the premier publisher, I think, in psychotherapy these days.
Yeah, we were pretty stoked.
Yeah. So that's really a big compliment. I know you've been having a relationship, I think, with them for some time, but that's really great to get that invitation.
Yes, and we have had a long-standing relationship with Norton. They've been fantastic. I mean, in terms of interpersonal neurobiology, their series, we've garnered a lot from them, and we've been able to interview and promote so many excellent authors from their platform.
Yep, me too.
Yeah, so we've been learning all this for a long time, and this has been the beauty of it. Dave, we needed to put it out in a framework that people could grasp, because, as you say, when you go into the web portal, in fact, we did something the other day just because a couple of people, a few of our members said, what do we get? I mean, we see these lovely things in lovely page. So we actually listed everything. One, and it takes you a couple of minutes to scroll through. It really is like entering the TARDIS. So we were actually starting to become the thing that concerned us, was that massive bookshelf that just is too overwhelming to engage with. So the purpose of this book is to bring things down into a graspable framework, but showing that we're no longer dealing with, we aren't dealing with a topic within the framework and saying this is the one you should be looking at. We're actually trying to be the umbrella that says, come in here, and everything needs to be at your fingertips. But first of all, you need to know about what you're doing. So it's like a compilation music album where there's a whole bunch of different styles of music. And what we're saying is these are all music. Which ones do you resonate? Which ones do you do? Which ones do you know about?
Yeah.
Which ones have you never heard of? Because even we found, as we went through the book, sometimes things came up and we thought, oh wow, I've never thought of that, and so those sort of things. So it's pretty up to date in our thinking.
Yeah, and look, having said that,
who's your target audience for this book?
Well,
I think
mental health professionals, primarily. I mean, they're our main readership of the Science of Psychotherapy. So we're aiming for mental health professionals, but anyone who's interested in the science of humanity would be interested in this book.
Well,
I just say we did have an interesting review. Actually, we have someone who does reviews for the Science of Psychotherapy, but she's enormously independent. And I with great trepidation, I kind of sent her the book because she says what she thinks. There's no Gunnell minute in the UK. And she came, she did love the book, so hooray. Few.
That was great of you.
She also included medical professionals. She was saying, because we cover this biology and the psychopathologies and the internal natures of it, she said medical professionals who deal with mental health, of which this is often the first port of call. So she included those in our audience as well.
Yeah, and it makes sense to me. It does. And I think you guys are courageous in a way to sort of plant the flag it takes some courage to say the science of psychotherapy.
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody's ever hammered
Yes.
on you for that or not.
Let's talk about this word science.
Yes.
Yes,
So,
exactly.
You know, neither Richard nor I, you know, have a mechanical view of biology. Biology is not like a machine. We are not reductionistic. But what we are on about in terms of science is, as Richard said, knowing about a lot of different mechanisms of different parts, but we always bring those parts back into the whole. You know, we have to be able to have this stance of standing back and seeing the whole, of seeing everything in context. But that's not to say that we shouldn't know, you know, about the parts, but it's not a reductionistic thinking.
Well, you guys might have planted a pole, you know, like a new continent's discovered, you or a high mountain, and you've planted the flag.